All right, so we're talking mole. I bet you don't know what mole is. I thought I knew, but I really don't. So this is Ernesto. He's got a mole company. He's also a friend of mine. We're going to taste a little bit of wine, pair it with some mole, have a little steak that Ernesto cooked up. This is Wine by the Bay TV. Ernesto, George, stand by. We're getting ready to have some dinner. Okay, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wine by the Bay TV. I'm your host, George Bachara. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, this is Ernesto. Ernesto's a friend of mine. Ernesto's a chef. Ernesto's a lot of things. He's also a businessman. He's been creating some moles here that we're selling. And, well, I'm not selling it. He's selling it. So we're going to have a little food. We're going to pair it with some wine. And Ernesto's going to tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing. How are you doing, first of all?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
It's very exciting for me to share a little bit of mole and a little bit of my culture. And of course, every time that you eat a good food, you have to pair it with amazing drinks, right? Or
Absolutely.
Amazing wine.
At least the wine, yeah.
Yes, so that's what we're here for. So mole is made from more than 30 different ingredients. The base is Mexican chocolate and dried chilies. In Oaxaca, we have 7 different kinds of moles. Here in particular, we are eating the classic regular mole, which is very well balanced between Mexican chocolate and dried chili.
Okay, so which one is that on?
This one right here. This is the classic mole sauce.
All right, so that's this right here. Okay.
So this one, all my moles, they're mild. All of them, they're not really spicy, and some of them, they are kind of sweet. They're very low in sugar. And this one in particular, you can taste the chocolate, you can taste the dried chilies, a little bit of cinnamon, cumin, tomatoes. So it will be interesting what kind of wine we're pairing today.
Okay, well, we're going to do a little Malbec here from Argentina, El Enemigo from Uca Valley.
Cool.
Which is a big-time producing area in Argentina. High elevation, low elevation for them, but high elevation for the United States. Yeah, exactly. So this should pair pretty well because there's a lot of blue fruit and some spice in there, so hopefully that'll match up pretty well.
Nice.
But before we get into the wine, honestly, tell me a little bit about how you get started in this business. I mean, you weren't always making mole.
No, so when I moved here to the States, I really started working on the kitchen, but I never thought I was going to have a company, which is a different kind of thing. But yeah, so I have a little accident, which was not too little. Not too little.
Yeah.
I didn't work for 3 years, so I couldn't go back to the kitchen. So that's when the idea of canning mole and selling them, that's what the original idea came from. I have 7 different kinds of mole and a chili oil. We make our own tortilla chips.
You do chili oil too and tortilla chips?
Yeah.
Oh, you're holding out on me.
No. Okay. So little by little, just a little by little. We actually do a fresh salsa too. So right now we are located in Chicago.
Breaking news. I did not know any of this stuff. Okay, so you're in Chicago. I'm sorry.
So now we are in Chicago and we sell at the farmers market. So we work with the local farms and farmers there. So our fresh salsa, for example, is seasonal, whatever is available. And besides that, we have all our mole sauce. We have a chili oil. We make our own tortilla chips, and we have other products coming up soon.
So I noticed some of your moles are green. Is that typical?
Yes. Well, like I said, in Oaxaca, we have 7 different kinds of moles, and it's a green mole, which is made with pumpkin seeds, tomatillos, Mexican herbs, and serrano chilies.
Oh, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, let me pour some of this. Will you tell us what you made?
Yeah. Today, we just grill a piece of steak with sauté onions and sauté mushrooms, and we're gonna eat it with our mole sauce. So the funny part or the interesting part about our sauces is there are similar sauces, but there are not really rules how to use it. You can either eat them with chips, or you can just grill a piece of steak, like in this case, and just put it on top or put it under.
Can you like glaze this?
Of course.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've seen a lot of that in the past.
You can glaze like that, and then you can actually marinate your steak first, and then grill it, and then put it on top.
What about with ribs too?
Yeah.
You do ribs in the summertime?
Yeah.
All right, so you've got lots of options. You can do wintertime, you can do summertime, you can do whatever you want. So that's awesome. And you made a little bit of sautéed mushrooms and some steak. We'll cut a little picture. This is the wine that we're doing. It's again the 2020 El Enemigo. All right, 94 points on Vinous, 92 from Parker and James Suckling. It's 15 months in French oak.
Ooh, I love the smell.
It's a 2020 vintage. I picked this up at Vinous Reverie, which is a local wine shop in Walnut Creek. They do business online as well, but if you can't find them, Total Wine has it for like $26.99, give or take. I think I bought this for $22 from him.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, it was a very good price. And considering the scores, I've had an Amigo before, but not their Malbec. So I'm excited to see what this is all about. And this is a little bit.
I love the color.
Glass. Yeah, it has a little bit of a dark blue purple kind of thing. Not really garnet. Super nice. What do you think of the nose?
I like it.
I should probably ask you. I mean, you probably are a wine guy, at least to some degree.
Yes. So I've been working in restaurants for a long time too. And before to move to Chicago, we were living here. So we were to Napa. But this one is very good.
Good spiciness. Juicy.
Almost like pepper.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, black pepper, like a mild red pepper flake. Not necessarily like a hot one, but like maybe like when you buy red pepper flakes and you have them for like 6 months and they started to die out a little bit.
That's how. Yeah.
That's kind of like what I'm tasting right there.
I'm very curious to see how it pairs when the sweetness of the sauce.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to taste a little sauce right now, actually. So here's a little pro tip, guys. When you're tasting food, have the wine on its own, then have a little food, and then go back to the wine and see how the food influences how you're going to do the tasting here. So let's see.
What do you think?
It really calmed the spices down.
Yeah.
It's still there, but a little bit of the acidity is gone. A little bit of the spiciness is more in the back, and more of that like fruit is coming out. Mm-hmm. Well, are you tasting anything different? Now, I haven't tasted the steak, mind you, so this is just the sauce paired with the wine.
No, I think I'm agreeing with you.
You could do a lighter wine too. Now, Nicole, which is his wife, said you guys tried this with an Amarone recently. How did that go?
So it went very good. So it's a wine store very close to where we used to live in San Francisco.
Okay.
And so we did a couple.
Is it K&L?
No, it's like a small
wine shop.
It's actually Italian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we did a pop-up, and we were looking for wines to pair with the mole. And we didn't even think about it because Amarone is so special.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it was a very good
because of the sweetness of the Amarone.
The owner of the wine store is actually Italian, and she's like, I don't believe it. So we invite her to the pop-up, and she's like,
oh she didn't think it went well?
Yeah.
Good,
so then we invite her to the pop-up, and then she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So it's very interesting how the sauces, they're so complex, but at the same time, they're very good with wine,
What kind of steak is this, by the way?
The steak, I think it's New York.
The steak on its own is delicious. Now, let's move in for the kill with the sauce.
And that's the thing about our sauces, right? They are already cooked. You just open the jar, you warm it up.
And it's ready to go.
And it's ready to go. And you can use it as whatever you want. You can make enchiladas, you can do something fancy like this, or you can just like eat it with chips. Sometimes we have breakfast for dinner and we just make chilaquiles. You toss them in the mole sauce, cheese in the oven, and then you put
I'm
chicken.
sure it's delicious.
They're very easy to work with them.
Now, can you make some kind of a dessert out of this? Because this screams a little bit like, I like a little spicy, and this is a little spicy on its own. Do you think you could mix this with like ice cream instead of like doing like a hot fudge or something?
It's funny that you mentioned it because we went to Oaxaca last summer, and we have mole ice cream. It was very good, and they pair it with dessert wine.
Little ruby port or like a sweet wine.
Yeah, almost like something like red, like Pedro Jimenez or.
A little Fino, a little sherry.
So it was very good, and sometimes, when I moved to Chicago, I collaborate with these people that they make gin, and they make cocktails.
Yeah.
So they use the mole sauce as a bitter.
Interesting.
Yeah. So make these little cocktails with a tiny bit of mole sauce.
That's really cool. I never even thought of that.
They make like a gin, and they make rum too. So they play with it. So
do you think you could make a play on like an espresso martini or chocolate martini with one of these?
Probably, yeah. I never tried.
That's interesting. Okay, guys, in the comment section, give this a shot. Do this instead of chocolate if you make a chocolate martini, and leave a comment and let us know how it is. because we don't have the tools to do that right now.
No,
Otherwise, we just cook it up right now.
Yeah, or maybe in the next one.
Yeah, maybe so. Exactly. Exactly. So, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon below. That way you know every time we're posting new videos. And share this with your friends, especially your friends that like Mexican food or want to try something a little bit different with their grilled meats, especially in the summertime. This is a great way to kind of change things up from that straightforward barbecue or just unseasoned without adding a lot of sugar. You say you don't use any sugar. What kind of sweetener do you use? Because this tastes pretty sweet.
So we usually get the chocolate from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But this is very low in sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a dark chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's like a hard dark chocolate.
So it's good for your health too.
Yeah. And all of our sauces and all our products are vegan, gluten-free, no preservatives added, 100% natural, and everything is made in very small batches.
Especially for those of you that are health conscious, you don't necessarily have to be vegan to be aware. More and more people are reading the backs of labels, right?
Yeah.
You're looking for like seed oils, you're looking for sugar, you're looking for all kinds of like preservatives. I mean, this is made by people. It's not made in a big, huge factory. Mm-hmm. So all those emulsifiers and those chemicals that can kill you or give you cancer are not in this. So something to keep in mind, you can substitute out a barbecue sauce, which is loaded with sugar, coming from a commercial facility with all kinds of bad stuff, with something like this, make a great meal and not feel like you've lost anything. Yeah,
and it's interesting that you mentioned oil, because for all our sauces, we use coconut oil. So,
which is healthy. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. This is pairing well with this wine. I mean, I have to agree. I think maybe 92, 93 points is the way to go. 94 is a little strong. I mean, but
this is
I think this is a good wine.
Yeah.
And it really pairs with the mole and the steak, which no surprise you would think it would. Argentina is high elevation, a lot of rocky soil, very dry just generally. And this happened to be a dry year, so it's a little bit more fruit forward, a little bit more spicy. So that worked out really, really well to kind of pair with this. I just kind of grabbed this out of my collection. I didn't even think to
think of too much.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, mole, let's go to Argentina and do something along those lines. So that worked out really well. All right, well, I have to say, I'm really enjoying the steak. We're going to put a link in the description box to your website.
Yeah.
So that way folks can follow that link to go down there. By the way, this is not a paid kind of thing. Like, you're not sponsoring, and I'm not sponsoring. Just a couple of guys that like to eat and drink wine. He makes an excellent product that you can pick up if you're in Chicago at local farmers markets and stores. Is there any major store that someone in Chicago might know that you're at that they can just kind of walk over there and get it?
Well, we are based in Evanston. Probably there are a local stores over there. We are focusing in sell our products in a co-op. Okay. Which means people own the store and the store sells local products. Okay. Which is all about it, you know what I mean? Right. Because we sell in the farmers markets too, but for us it's very important to know where the food comes from.
Of course. If you're in Chicago, look for them in the stores. If you're not in Chicago, go online, pick up these products. So just out of curiosity, and ballpark me, what do these sauces cost generally?
Each mole sauce or any sauce costs $15.
$15? Mm-hmm. That's not bad. For all, what'd you say, vegan, non-GMO,
100% natural,
100% natural,
no preservatives,
no preservatives. I mean, I hate to say it. As I get older, I'm forced to eat better food in terms of ingredients and whatnot, which hurts my feelings because I used to be an animal. I didn't care. But if you give a damn about how you're going to feel 5 years from now, you should put away the commercial stuff and buy stuff like this. First of all, you're helping real people and not Amazon necessarily. Not that there's anything wrong with Amazon. Please don't strike me dead, Jeff Bezos.
Watch out.
Exactly. But, you know what I'm saying? Let's get people who are real people who you can shake somebody's hand and go, I'm doing business with you. Yeah. Like it used to be, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And get the people that you've never seen, the faceless people out of there, and let's get some quality stuff in your kitchen, on your table, including the wine, and let's make this happen.
Yeah, and the interesting part is that, for example, 1 jar is enough for a people of 6, 7, maybe more. You know what I mean?
Okay, is that with these portions?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because this is an aggressive portion.
Yeah.
You could easily do a third of this.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to take a picture of my plate and cut it in right about now so you can see how thick of a layer he gave me, which I'm very happy for. But easily, if you're marinating this stuff, you would use this for the whole steak. Yeah,
right now I opened the jar and I use not even a quarter of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
For us.
Yeah. And there's a lot of sauce on this plate, which I happen to love, but you could easily stretch that. So get yourself a great steak. get yourself this bottle of wine, okay? Something from Argentina, Malbec preferably. Cabs would work well too, Syrah. There's lots of options. But the main thing is get this sauce, use it in multiple ways. I'm going to try it on my ice cream. Somebody please out there make a chocolate martini or an espresso martini with this and
Now
get
I'm
back
very
to us in the
curious about
comments.
that one.
Yeah, me too. My wife loves espresso martinis and she likes chocolate martinis too. So we're going to see if we can make this happen a little bit, and then we'll keep you an update. But either way, check out his website. You also have a YouTube channel that you're just starting. So we'll leave a link to that as well. And then, anything else you want to tell the folks that we left out?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for cooking too.
Yeah, of course. Like we love to do this, eat and drink.
Yeah, well, I love to eat. You can tell by my waistline. Okay, so this is George, Ernesto, Wine by the Bay TV. Watch the next video. Thanks so much for watching this one, and we'll see you again next time.